Hey guys, it's Di from BeingMommywithStyle, and today I wanted to do a little update on our travel planning and kind of our schedule for our upcoming Disney trip. I know a little bit more about what our itinerary is going to be, and I wanted to talk about some of the things we're looking forward to doing on our Disney World and Disney Cruise vacation / conference. And so that is one of the things I wanted to mention because it will be a little bit different than a family vacation that we plan on our own, and like I'm planning out the whole itinerary. And so I'll kind of point out some of the differences that you'll see. So this is a conference trip. It's for the Disney Creator Celebration. And what that means is I go to a number of conference events that are social media and content creation related. And then there are a number of family events that the family can come along as well, including like sneak peeks to the parks, sometimes in the mornings, family dinners, and that sort of thing. So it's a really unique event for the whole family to go to, and it's a really invaluable event for me for work and, you know, not only just what I do on YouTube, but what I do out in social media and marketing just in my life in general. It's always really amazing to be able to network with people that do the same things that you do. So that's always really cool. Plus, Disney is a company that I obviously appreciate and I really value, and I think that they do a lot of things right as far as storytelling and marketing and that whole aspect. So I usually come away learning a lot, taking away a lot, and getting a lot of new ideas. Occasionally I start a new channel when I come back too, but anyways, I'll try not to do that. But I wanted to kind of share some of the things. I am starting to pull together everything, you know, planning wise, as far as figuring out what outfits we want to wear, which ears we're going to bring with us, getting all my filming, you know, supplies with me. I'm obviously videoing with my camera, but I'm getting my backup stuff pulled together. And I'm also looking at getting a new sports underwater camera. I actually may get a new iPhone before I go as well, because those nighttime shots are amazing. But last time I used this Loungefly bag as a park bag and it worked really, really well. So I'm planning on bringing this again. I'm also looking at a Dooney and Burke. There's a crossbody bag that just came out, the Disney Life bag, Disney Park Life. Crossbody bag. I really think that's adorable for a park bag or just a travel bag in general. So I think I'm probably going to get that to use on the flight down there. So that means I have to order it before I go to, you know, have it to use the whole time. So I think that's what I've decided I'm going to do with that. I do have a wish list of souvenir items that I'm hoping to get once I get there. So, you know, we'll be doing a souvenir haul and all that. So how this will be a little bit different. And if you've seen Disney Social Media Moms, when we went in 2017 and 2018, this is kind of the updated and refreshed version of that conference. It's to encompass a new type of creation, because obviously social media keeps evolving and changing, and it's also to encompass not just moms. So that conference, when it started out a long time ago, was more blog oriented, and obviously social media has changed a lot over the years. There's more video creators, their Instagram has taken off, and there's TikTok now, and there's just, you know, all these different platforms where people are making content. I haven't gone over to TikTok yet. I feel like I'm probably going to have to, and I'm probably gonna have to make that decision with the next month or two, but anyhow, that's a side story. But you know, everything evolves over time, so this has as well. But the neat thing is they always have dedicated conference days where you're learning from not just the Disney marketing folks, but I incredibly appreciate that. Just being in marketing myself is invaluable, being able to kind of hear that process and brainstorming. But you also hear from people that are in different parts of different industries and how they view social media and how they use social media and where they think social media will be going. So it changes so rapidly. I mean, even just look at YouTube, how much has changed in the past 6 months. Algorithms change, what the platform favors changes, rules change, and so social media at a certain point, when you do it for work, because I do videos for myself, but it's also what I do for work as well, is, you know, that's pretty much what I focus on is social media and marketing outreach. Traditional marketing has changed to some extent, but social media just changes so rapidly that you really just feel like you have to stay on top of it. So conferences for me are one of the best ways that I feel like I can do that. Or at least stay on the train. Anyhow, we got a high-level itinerary, so I'm super excited about that. So I have generally an idea what we're going to be doing. So here's some of the differences that you'll see from a conference trip to a trip that where we are doing more of the itinerary, or doing all of the itinerary planning. When we do our own trips, obviously we're picking where we stay. So if you go for a conference, you're staying where they have you stay. But then also, we would do a lot more character meals, because when you do the conference, most of your meals are wrapped up in the schedule, and they're amazing. I mean, if I had to pick one over the other, I mean, the conference meal experiences are generally very unique and unduplicatable. It's generally like a big party, and there's usually music, and there's usually characters, and it's a lot of fun. So that's just a really unique, like one-of-a-kind experience. But then there is less restaurant reviews, because we're doing less restaurant, you know, check-in type of things that are bookable through Disney's website. So there will be less restaurant reviews for this particular trip. However, I did get a reservation at Topolino's Terrace, which is the new character meal with the characters in their artist gear at Riviera Resort. Very excited about this one. It looks very interesting. I'm excited to try the food, but the characters, I mean, I'm in it for the pictures. I am in it for the pictures because their outfits are so cute. Daisy is a dancer, Minnie is a poet. So it's right up my alley, because I was a dancer, and I've always been into that kind of creative side. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's just something fun that we're doing. We'll be staying at Riviera Resort when we first get there and do the conference portion. We're going to be on the Disney Dream for the Disney Cruise portion. And then we did book to extend afterwards when we come back. So instead of flying straight home, we're going back to Walt Disney World. We're staying at Caribbean Beach, and that's where I chose. Now, it has been a while since we stayed at Caribbean Beach, and we haven't stayed there since obviously the Skyliner's been open or anything like that. So I'm interested to view it through a fresh perspective. I'm hoping that it'll be warm enough that we can do the pool again, because they do have a very, I started to say fun and interesting. It is fun and interesting, but it's a lovely pool. I like the theme at Caribbean Beach. It's not necessarily my family's favorite, spoiler alert. I really like it. I like a beach theme. My family, I think our top two family, like the whole entire family would choose them, resorts are Animal Kingdom Lodge and Art of Animation. Those were both booked. So, and I would do like Animal Kingdom Lodge. I like going there and staying there for like a longer trip. We will definitely go there again, for sure. I would like to do Art of Animation again. The kids really like it. My husband's like, it's fine. I think he would rather go to Animal Kingdom Lodge. So in the end, it's always a matter of, you know, choosing what's going to work for that particular trip. Anyhow, I'm kind of getting sidetracked right now. That's okay. It's all Disney talk. The ears are very sparkly, so they keep distracting me. We're going to be visiting all of the 4 different theme parks. I'll be spending some time at Disney Springs. I do have a wish list that I am hoping to get souvenir-wise of just different things I've kind of been scoping out. And I'm putting in some orders before we go of like things I want to wear, things I want to use while I'm there. And then I have my list of things I think I would like to get as a souvenir. So this is just what I do before I literally plan what I think I want to get as a souvenir. We do usually always kind of find a few extra, well, especially the kids, they usually always find a few extra things. But, so, you know, a lot of times I'll be walking along and be like, oh, I really like that. I use those Tervis like mug things for work. So a lot of times I'll walk past one of those and be like, oh, I really like that. And I'll, you know, add that on. But typically I know what I'm going to buy, like for the most part, before I go. Now the kids, what we're going to try this time. So last time, you know, we give them money for like good report cards. It's not necessarily an allowance, but it's just like, you know, if you get good grades, then you get a reward type of thing. Last time we tried giving them an amount, and then we tried keeping track of that amount. And like, I think Dan was keeping track of it on his phone. That didn't really work out 100% because if you're not always with, like, so if they were with me and like I was with one kid and then the other kid was off with him, I didn't always have the right tally. And anyhow, they ended up making out pretty good on that deal. So what we're doing this time is we're going to do the 2 Disney gift card things, just load them up with them out. One says Isabella on it, one says Natalie on it, and then they spin it down until it goes. They will probably actually be with my husband because the kids will be with him, you know, a majority of the time. But the nice thing is we do have a lot of different downtime built into the schedule. And they have fast passes to use, so they pretty much, from what I hear when I'm at the conference portions, they go ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train 7 times, and they're amused doing that. So that's how we're planning on doing their souvenir money this time. I'll let you know how it goes. I know a lot of people do that, just load up a gift card and that's their amount. So I'm thinking that should go pretty smoothly. But I mean, planning wise, I've reserved our fast passes. I did a short little video that's hopefully helpful about that. Planning wise, once I got our flights booked and all of that, which I did like a month ago, I don't really have to do a lot planning wise, which is kind of nice, but also kind of odd for me at the same time, because I enjoy the planning part. Like I really enjoy planning Disney trips and figuring out what days we're going to do this on, what days we're going to do that on, and moving things around and rearranging. So when we go for a conference, it's kind of nice because that part's all taken care of, but at the same time, I do kind of miss doing that too. So then we always, you know, have to book another vacation in the future, and then I get to do my planning. But that's kind of the plan at this point. So we'll be at all 4 theme parks. You know, we'll be at Disney Springs at some point. A number of the meals that I'll show in the vlogs will just be conference meals, but we do have reservations at Topolino's Terrace. I do have Oga's Cantina reservations. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the time that I have because a different time would work out better, but I know that we'll probably end up there at some point anyways. So we'll show Batuu and Galaxy's Edge, you know, as thoroughly as possible. I'm actually thinking about getting a new iPhone 11 before we go, just because the nighttime shots look so amazing. So if you have an iPhone 11, let me know if it's worth it. Like, I'm pretty much decided, like, I think it's worth it. Like, my phone's really good. I really like my phone, and there's really not anything wrong with it, so I really hate to buy a phone. But the camera just seems really good on the iPhone 11. So if you have one and you really, really love it, let me know down in the comments that you love it, and let me know why you love it. So for me, I'm more interested in the photo and the video aspects. I'm really not interested in, like, you know, I kind of look through the specs and all that, and it's like super fast processor, you can game, whatever. I don't really do a lot. I mean, I might do like Sims Mobile on my phone, but you know, my phone works fine for that. What I'm really more interested in is if it's a higher quality picture and video, and in the end, that's kind of for you guys too, because then I can have higher quality, you know, live videos and all of that. So if you have one, let me know. Sorry, people are texting me and I'm like, oops. If you have one, let me know down below and let me know why you love it. That would be super helpful. So that is it in a nutshell. We are starting to get our Disney preparations in place. Super excited to kind of show you what we're gonna be packing. We've got some new outfits on the way, so I'll be sharing those when they're here. And then other than that, it's just putting everything in a suitcase, getting on the plane and getting down there. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.